have some tea to tell you guys. It was something that I was not expecting at all. Right now I'm walking 0.5 miles to go to the thrift store. What do you mean that having my own apartment and being an adult means that I have to do adult responsibilities and do my laundry and pay bills? Like, I want to just frolic around in New York City, but being an adult just makes it so much harder. This balloon is literally how I feel right now. It was supposed to be all the way up here 1 month since Valentine's Day, and he is kind of deflated. Today is Friday and I've just been working from home. I actually edited a whole video. So last week's vlog, I just finished editing and I am doing some errands, like doing laundry today, just having a chill Friday. I'm having some girlies, my besties over tonight, and I have social plans going on this entire weekend. But today's energy, I'm fasting, it's a little bit low. So we're just gonna be having a chill hangout today, you and me, but don't expect too much discussion from my end today. Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Mahua and I show you the mundane and realistic behind the scenes of living in New York City. As you can see, I'm not very thrilled about doing my adult responsibilities today, but I'm still trying to romanticize it a bit so that I can add some pizzazz to my day, as you should too. So in this vlog, we're talking the current TikTok discourse about New York City influencers are boring, as a native New Yorker myself, and some of the unfortunate apartment problems that I've been facing while I take you around this beautiful city during the springtime. Make sure to sit tight because this is a good one and I really hope you enjoy. There has been one specific task that I have been procrastinating on the past few days just because it has been overwhelming me. Like, it's not gonna even take long. It's just on my laptop, but I haven't been wanting to actually confront it because it involves money. But right now I'm gonna go onto the balcony in the nice weather and hopefully that will give me some motivation. I have been sitting on this couch for like the last 30 minutes doing some work. It is such a nice cozy day to be inside. Oh my goodness. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this discourse that has been happening on TikTok, where people have been talking about how New York City influencers are very boring. And there's a very specific demographic of influencers that they're talking about. Thankfully, it is not me or any POC creator, because the argument that they're saying is that a lot of the consumers on TikTok, just everyday people who are watching this type of content of the same girls posting the same micro trends, wearing the same jewelry, going on the same brand trips, having the same lifestyle where they wake up at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning to do their Pilates and things like that. It is very overdone and kind of the same thing over and over again. And it's essentially like the white demographic getting popular for doing the bare minimum, right? So like, this is your sign to maybe change up your algorithm, follow some more diverse girlies. I have so many people that I follow that actually bring some substance and value to my For You page. And why I bring this up, I mean, I've been thinking about it for a while, just because, you know, black and brown girlies don't ever really get the same credit, even if we work the same way or even harder than the people that are already famous and popular on social media. But why I bring this up is because someone actually made a video talking about the New York City influencer topic and who to follow, and she put me in this video on who to follow, and I just felt so seen because this video includes such a wide range of people on social media. Like, this influencer was also included. Her name is Clark. She's literally a Columbia grad and makes such educated videos, but also like fashion content and just lifestyle content. And it's just so cool to be included with her. But this conversation has been really interesting because it's kind of wild that these influencers who are meant to, you know, influence the crowd with fashion and all these different trends have become like the influencees, because they're all kind of following one another and following these trends without really having their own mindset or fashion or anything else to bring to the table that's unique. I don't know. This might be a very niche topic. Hopefully I gave you kind of like the 2-minute roundup summary, but let me know your thoughts on this. This might not interest you at all, but it was an interesting topic for me. It just went from this song, Bad Bunny, to this song. This order is going all the way to the UK. We just recorded the episode. We are done, but we're recording another one tomorrow because we are traveling. I'm traveling for like 3-4 days, but my co-host and partner will be traveling for 10 days. And this is the update on the flowers. I mentioned it in my last vlog. I love receiving flowers. My best friend got this for me for my housewarming gift. And the lilies are finally blooming. Right now, I'm gonna go ship out my orders, go to a Pilates class, and do some spring thrifting. I have a wedding coming up and I want to get a dress, and now it's too late to actually just order online. So I'm gonna see if I can find some at a thrift store, and I don't have too much time just because I want to be back before I have iftar, which is when you break your fast at sunset. I have been using this massage gun all day because I have the worst neck pain right now where my neck is incredibly stiff. I think I just like slept wrong, and this is the one thing that has been kind of helping, but it's like a temporary solution. So tell me why I'm going to a Pilates class today, because this neck pain, I thought it would be gone by now, but it has not subsided. In fact, it actually got worse, but it's fine. I'm gonna tell the instructor that I'm in a little bit of pain. Hopefully he goes a little easy on me, and that should be fine. Last week I missed my Pilates class, which was super anxiety inducing because I hate being late, especially missing a class like that. So this time around I made sure to leave 20 minutes earlier than the early time I usually leave. Pilates class is only 30 minutes away. I decided to leave an hour before, and I was way early, and I was also able to ship out an order. But this class was like ultra hard. I feel like it was not a beginner or intermediate level class. I did fine, but not as good as I usually do. But at the end of the day, I'm still proud of myself for being able to do it, and I explained it to the instructor, who was also fasting, I believe. But he got it. He understood. But right now I'm walking 0.5 miles to go to the thrift store to hopefully find something. This Flatiron building has been under construction for like 500 years. Personally have not gone to many like white or non-South Asian weddings in my life, so I'm not entirely sure on what the formal fit is supposed to look like. The theme is like a spring dress. I haven't had good luck yet, so I'm gonna go to Buffalo Exchange really quick, see if I find anything. If not, I'm gonna have to just shop closer to the wedding. So carried away when I was thrifting yesterday, where not only did I not buy anything that I actually needed to get because I couldn't find a single spring dress anywhere, but also you can't shop when you're on a time crunch. I only had like an hour to go between 2 stores, and that's simply not enough time. I love especially going thrifting or shopping in general by myself because no one can rush you, but when you know you have to leave soon, you can't have like peace of mind, right? So anyway, I didn't get a spring dress, so I have to buy that somewhere else, maybe at the mall or something. But I did get some stuff that I've been wanting for the past few years that I've just been looking for, couldn't find. The first thing that I got are these amazing jeans, very loose, very baggy, and I especially loved it because of the green color and this little stitching right here. It's a little design by the knee, and it just gives like cool girl vibes. I've been wanting jeans that are very loose like this. This is actually a little bit too loose where I'm probably gonna have to wear a belt or something. But also when I put this on, I'm fasting, and I was a very skinny, obviously, with like no food in my system, so I'm sure like my regular body weight is gonna fit in fine, but I love the color of this. I cannot wait to wear it every single season. Skinny jeans are like back in again, so this might go out of style, but I don't care because when I thrift, I am looking to wear it for a really long time. So I was really happy with this find. It was more on the expensive end. It was $43.78, but I'm still happy with it because I feel like it's hard to find good quality jeans. Okay, the next thing that I got from Buffalo Exchange, the second store, is this short mini skirt. It's black, some shorts underneath. I was specifically looking for this. I don't wear mini skirts like that because I want to put it over jeans and add it as like a layering type of thing. So that was the main purpose of this. I really like the frilliness of it. It's like a classic black skirt that you can just wear with tights as well, or as like a cover up at the beach. This was a little bit expensive as well. This was $22. The thrift stores that I went to weren't necessarily like your average affordable-ish thrift store. Obviously you can find some good quality pieces in there for a pretty good price, but they're more curated and a little bit more trendy, especially when I go to try to sell some of my clothing there. They're very picky with it. They don't just take any of your clothing. They actually like spit in your face basically and not take anything. But if you want to see more of a different range of thrift stores that I've gone to in New York City that have like different prices and different pieces and things like that, make sure to check out my New York City thrift store videos, because I have a few of those where I try to just break down the actual vintage stores in New York City for you. But anyway, I have some tea to tell you guys, and it was something that I was not expecting at all. So yesterday, after I came home from Pilates and from thrifting, there was like a lot of noise going on upstairs. And I don't know if I mentioned this in any of my last videos, but I have these upstairs neighbors that are very, very loud. It's like a couple, a child, and a dog. And the couple, they're constantly yelling at each other. It's not even the woman yelling, it's mostly the guy yelling at the woman, where it's borderline violent, right? It's very scary, sometimes in the middle of the night. I don't know what I did to deserve these upstairs neighbors constantly in my apartment, because I had this same problem in my last apartment, which is one of the reasons why I had to move out. But yeah, it's really scary, and I feel very bad for the child and the woman in the situation. 2 times me and my partner have gone up to knock on the door to kindly tell them to, you know, try to keep it down, but also see if the woman is okay, if the child is okay. They did not answer, right? Last night, I was like, okay, we need to go back upstairs. Thankfully, my partner was with me. I was like, we need to say something, because this is too much. We've never even met the man face to face. And knock on the door. He refused to open the door, and I was like, yeah, we have a couple of words to say as your neighbors. We would really appreciate it if you could keep it down. Again, refused to open the door, and he was like, oh, as someone living here, it is my legal right to make as much noise as I want. And we're like, okay, yeah, that's fine, but you know, try to be more mindful, because it's very loud throughout the days in the middle of the night. And he was just like yelling from the door and kind of like talking over us without even letting us finish, refused to open the door still. And then he got to a point where he was kind of like, he moved away from the door, was still talking to us, but like mumbling. So we're like, okay. Like 15 minutes later, he comes down to my apartment and starts like gaslighting us, saying like, yeah, I have a 6-year-old child and we make noise. And my partner was like, yeah, but you know, it's an argument that we hear all the time. It's not your kid, it's not your dog, that's completely fine. It's just the arguments that should be a little bit on the down low, you know? And I got out of the bathroom and I was like, what is happening right here? Because I'm more of like the confrontational type, whereas my partner is more on the patient, trying to get you to understand type of person, where if something happens, like I'm not gonna take that, right? So I started yelling. I said a lot, okay, because, or actually I didn't say enough. I could have said a lot more, but I don't want to say everything on video just for safety and stuff, but I said something that really scared him. You can tell because he got angry and calling us names. I was trying to get on video, but I couldn't. And then he left, went back upstairs, and then about 10 minutes later, by the way, this is all around the time where I'm supposed to break fast, right? So I'm like hungry when we're breaking fast, and he goes back upstairs. He stomps on the ground like a 5-year-old, literally stomps on the ground. And then he comes back down and he apologizes, right? And I realized that he only apologized because he was genuinely scared of the repercussions of what he just did and the environment that he has been creating for the past few months. So he didn't apologize, he felt bad or he felt sorry. He apologized for his own well-being, right? Just so he doesn't get in trouble. So yeah, that has been the problem the last day. Thankfully, there hasn't been much noise since last night, which I'm grateful for. I just hope that the woman and the child are safe. But yeah, this is the con of living with upstairs roommates who don't really respect you or anyone around them. Anyways, in other news, it's all about perspective, because this balloon that was drained and hanging on by a thread is now kind of thriving and higher up because he has some support. So this is what life is like. This is a nice metaphor for life as well. Guys, it's so sweet. You might know that I take my to-do list very seriously, where sometimes I get so engrossed in my work I forget to just relax. So my partner put these on the list for the past 2 days. Get in some games, which has been so helpful because it's something that I really look forward to at nighttime, playing Fortnite and winning some games and having my downtime. So
I just love crossing this off because it's not work related, but it's also important to have some downtime. But I am finishing up some work right now and I'm gonna end the video right here. I hope you guys like this video. I know I trauma dumped a little bit by sharing some of the experiences that I've had living in New York City apartments, but again, it's like the realistic side. The reason why I'm so engrossed and heated about this New York City influencers are boring topic and my take on what the true New York City influencers are and who should get the real credit for being New York City influencers, like the New York City natives and the people that have been trying to show you like the culture and real life of New York, which I've been trying to do for the past few years. Obviously, I'm not trying to insert myself into this discussion as like, oh my god, follow me and see how much I'm doing. Like, that's not the point. But I'm really trying to vouch for like the Black and brown creators who don't necessarily get the same credit at all, even though they've been working so hard to really bring some value to the table. So yeah, I get heated about these things. You guys already know that I try to bring the real side of what it's like living here, and I'm not trying to shy away from like even the bad parts, right? But I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe because it helps so much for this video to reach the right audience and for it to really help maybe other people see the real behind the scenes of living here. I know one of you guys just recently commented on my living in New York City on a budget video saying that it was really helpful because you're also planning on moving here for your master's and seeing these really unattainable lifestyles and really expensive livelihoods has been very discouraging, but my video showed some authenticness to the living here. So that is always my goal. If you want to keep tabs on me on my Instagram and TikTok, I post every single day. It's at Mahua Khan. I also have the podcast with my partner. That's why you see the lights behind me because we are recording another episode today. It's at Difficultish. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen, or watch us on YouTube where it's a lot more fun on there because you can see the actual energy. And then also I have my own clothing brand called labyrinthab.com. You can see some art here. Some of my designs are back there if you would like to check it out or support. Thank you so much for tuning in on another week in my life and supporting me on this channel and just making my wildest dreams come true. I love you guys so much and I'll see you next week. Bye!